right.
Toyin, I'm sorry, we have only 20 minutes to end this. So I'm going to jump directly to Jean-Bertrand. Can Africa do better with trade?
I think that's the kind of question you should have posed to the commissioner. You know. Well, I think there are a number of facets, number of answers to your question. Right. It's not as straightforward. The first thing is, Commissioner talked about one of the key impediments to regional integration and trade in Africa, which is the political will.
Right.
And we've seen how that political will has been gaining momentum on the continent. So there is a new narrative, there is a new thinking, there is a new leadership, what some will call entrepreneurship leadership in Africa. Mm-hmm. And we see those leaders pushing the CFTA. It's very important because it signals a paradigm shift. There was a time when we were used to a number of countries moving certain regional initiatives in Africa, right? Of course, those countries are still there, but we now see new countries, new leaders, emerging, sometimes from nowhere, and pushing those kind of initiatives and getting result. So I think it shows that trade can really become an engine of economic growth in Africa. And even in those countries, your country is one of those. Niger is one of those. So you can see that there is a shift. And I think as that shift continues, we'll see more and more African leaders embracing trade as a way of, lifting up their people out of poverty. You also have people in our generation, who believe, when you look at the number of African startups, for example, it keeps increasing. And this year we'll be having, during the African Industrialization Day, we are organizing with the Korean Foundation a startup trade fair, and leading to what we'll be organizing jointly with Afrexim Bank, because we have that potential, the African youth potential, which we need to capitalize on. And they are very innovative. They have ideas, and they are already doing it. We had a conversation during one of the round of negotiations on payment systems in Africa.
Right.
And some officials, with the public servant mentality, they were saying, oh, you need to consult with the central banks. Mm-hmm. You need to consult with the Ministry of Finance. And one of the things I told them was, look, some of those things are already happening. And they are being made by, people you wouldn't think of. People in their 20s coming up with payment solutions. It's happening across the world.
Right.
So I think we have the potential, the human potential, and we have it at the right level, the youth. So I think trade will really happen in Africa this time around.
Yes.
Right.
It's something we just need to be part of it. I think that's the challenge. Will all of us be part of it, or will some continue in the old African skepticism? So to me, this is what is very important, to make sure that all of us, all the stakeholders, are aware of what is happening in Africa, and that those who are serious investors, they don't miss that chance, because it's actually yesterday that people were getting ready. It's not today. Today, people are already are trading, and it will just keep on increasing. So to answer your question, yes, Africa is trading. It's not something that we still have to do it.
And we will do better with it.
And we will do better.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.